Guys, this trading is simple. The hard part is not complicating it, not overthinking it. Hi fellow traders, I hope you guys had a great week. Man, my week, it ended great, but it was up and down, up and down, up and down. And we'll look at how today ended here in a few. But first, I want to take a look at the SPY. You know, the SPY I use as a proxy for the S&P 500. You know, some people watch the Qs. That's a proxy for the NASDAQ 100. But I use the SPY. I can relate to it a little bit better. And you could see how this thing just traded sideways all week. This was good for day trading, bad for swing trading, especially if you're trading to the long side, swinging to the long side. But what we're looking at here and what's significant is all week we have held the 5-day and the 10-day moving average. These are the most aggressive moving averages we could use on a daily chart. And it kind of gives me an idea of how strong or how weak the bulls are. By them holding the 5-day and the 10-day, and even yesterday we dipped below it and it got bought back up, shows me that the bulls are still firmly in charge. Doesn't mean we can't gap down to the 20 Monday or, you know, ideally I want to see it down to the 50-day, but doesn't mean none of that can happen. But it just, all I can go by is what I'm seeing now from the technical analysis. And right now, it's showing me the bulls are still firmly in charge. So really impressed by their strength here. So there are two kinds of traders. Those that keep their emotions in check and patiently execute their trades, and those that don't. So, you know, which one are you? If you're not the one that patiently executes their trades, if you're all over the place, then you need to come see me. You know, everything I do is based on trying to get you guys to keep your emotions in check, not eliminate your emotions, not suppress them. Keep them in check. Use them to your advantage. All right? Because the ones that don't are typically the ones that don't do very well. All right, so let's take a look at my day here. FTCH, first trade out of the gate, textbook opening range breakout. Guys, this trading is simple. The hard part is not complicating it, not overthinking it, not trying to come in and define the risk out of your trades. The more you try to lose, the more you try to not lose, the more you're gonna lose. Just trust the process. You see me do it every day for the last 3 weeks here in the BBT community. You've seen me execute consistently every day. Kept my emotions in check for the most part. You know, only 1 or 2 keyboard trade slaps, but that, you know, that's pretty good. But if you look at this, I mean, really simple. We wait for the first candle to print, and as soon as it breaks the high, we go long. There was plenty enough room for us to take profit here, so this was a no-brainer. I got in. We made the move up to the first target, which was through 39.50. We pulled back just a little bit, but then ripped up to the 200, which was the next target. And then my final target was going to be the 20-day, which is, you know, right here. This is the 20-day moving average that I pulled from the daily chart. We didn't quite get there. We pulled back. I got out. We patiently waited for it to set up. The next trade was going to be over the 20-day. So in this instance, typically we wait for confirmation, which means this candle will close above the 20-day, and then we wait for the next candle to make a new high. Well, we did the aggressive one this time. But when we do the aggressive move, we go in smaller size so that if this doesn't break out now, we can pull back. We have enough room to allow this to retest the 200. And then as it goes back through, we can add to it and be in full size. But if it breaks out and takes up all the trading range, we at least have a position in where we could lock in some money. And so here we went in 300 shares versus the 500 that we typically do on a $50 stock. I mean a $30 to $40 stock. And, caught the first target, second target. The third target was up around 45, I believe. Didn't quite get there, so we ended up pulling it off right before break even. Solid trading. Nothing I wouldn't have done different here. And you see just how easy the triggers are. It's just a matter of being patient. Don't worry about trying to catch it down here and trade through all of this. This is what triggers your emotions. Get a clean green trade, and that's what we look for every time. So FTCH was the first one. FL was the second trade. We got in this after FTH was on, the first trade on FTH was on autopilot. So we got in on it. Here is another kind of opening range breakdown. But here we did the more conservative move. We waited for this candle to close below the moving average, which is the 20-day moving average right here. And then once we took out the low, we took an entry. First target, second target was this 50-day. Third target was, I think, 48.80. I think I had a level down there somewhere. Didn't quite make it, and we ended up taking it off as we were coming back through the 20. Price action tells you everything you need to know. You don't need to overcomplicate your trading. Keep it simple. The less moving parts you have, the more consistent your trading is going to be. Are you going to win every day? Absolutely not. But at the end of the month, at the end of the week, you're going to have money. And I'll prove that to you here in a second. But solid trade on this. Nothing else I would have done any differently. So the final trade today was on AMAT. This one we caught early on the channel break. This was actually breaking over all of this resistance. Here's the 5-minute opening range high. This was a daily level. The 200 coming through, and this was a pre-market high. So we had all of this resistance here, so there was no way I was going to trade it until we got through this. So here we closed above this resistance. This candle confirmed, us claiming all of this. The entry triggers. As soon as it breaks the high, trigger the entry. The only mistake I made on this was I didn't pay attention to the 60-minute chart, and the linear regression channel was sitting right here. And we know it's going to react to that. So all I could do was sit back and wait, give it a chance to test this level again. All of this held, and we got up and we just started hitting our profit targets. Final target was up here at 156.21, this level here. I accidentally put 250 share orders instead of 51.51 or 50.52, and ended up leaving 2 shares on. I left this to see if it was going to come back and I could add to this and get another leg up, but we didn't. Took this off and we were done. But solid trade here. Then we waited. Again, I don't trade in the middle of all this garbage. I'll wait until we get through. We get a nice clean window. that we can make some profit on. So I got in here, took the first target was right here, which is the low of the first pullback of the day, which is the first bottom channel. This formed the first channel here, so I took profit here. It bounced a little bit, tried to recover, because of course this is a level of support, and you're going to get some buying here. You're going to get people taking profit here, just like I did. Bounce, started to sell off, got to the second target, which was the opening range low, 5-minute opening range low, got to that target, and finally got to 150 was the final target here. So another solid trade. This one was really surprising. I didn't expect to get any after lunch, but we did, and turned out to be a banner day. So how did we end this week up? Everybody's been asking, that's been here hanging out with me, wanting to know how we ended the week, and I'm going to show you. Let me get it up here real quick, and I will show you how we ended the week. Well, I don't need to blow it up big. You can see it right here. 20/90/11. That's how we ended the week. Yesterday, 11/27/23, was a bad day. Wednesday was good, like we've seen. Thursday, not so good. I mean, Tuesday, not so good. Monday, good. What's the lesson that I was teaching today? You can't bring the baggage in from the day before. You can't. Leave all of that crap in the previous day. When you come in the next day and you've got that baggage and you're still feeling bad about what you did, you're not going to do very well. So what we did here was forget all of that, came in today and just nailed today. I don't think we had a negative trade, and I didn't make any mistakes, and the market worked perfectly with us. So that's what we look for. Solid month going. And again, all I do is execute the same every time. Some days are bad, some days are good, some days are okay, but I stay consistent. My message stays the same. If you want to grow your account, I don't care if you have $4,000 or $40,000. There's a mindset that you got to have. And that's what we work on every single day. So one more week in this month. Be happy to see where we end up. But you guys have a great weekend. If you want to check us out Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, I do my market analysis and build my swing watch list to start the week out. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday morning.